Thank you for watching this short video. I really appreciate having a chance to speak with you today. When I was in charge of a school district back in Michigan, my deputy superintendent would come in sometimes and say, I have good news and I have bad news. Which one do you want to hear first? Well, I would always be so worried about what the bad news was that I would always ask Sandy to tell me the bad news first. Well, today I have good news and bad news for you. I'll assume that you're like me and you want to hear the bad news first. Okay, well, here goes. You can't vote for Brian Goodell. Let me tell you why. I've been out knocking on doors and campaigning for the last weeks in our district, and I think I've gotten to know the people in District 2 of Mission Viejo pretty well. You're hardworking, honest, trustworthy, and law-abiding people. You believe in democracy, and you keep your promises, and you expect other people to keep their promises as well. You betray all of those values if you vote for Mr. Goodell. Brian Goodell and all the other members of the Mission Viejo City Council were elected to 2-year terms, and then, without an election, extended their terms to 4 years. 3 of the members have already served almost 4 years after being elected to just 2-year terms. Mr. Goodell and Ms. Kelly have voted, along with the whole council, to do the same thing and skip the 2022 election. The Attorney General for the state of California has reviewed this case, and he's given permission to a group of concerned citizens to sue the city council. This very rare effort by the Attorney General usually results in the elected officials named in the case resigning. I mean, after all, this is the chief law enforcement officer for the state of California calling them out. Instead, the city council of Mission Viejo brought their own legal action. Judge Schwarm ruled Brian Goodell's scheme illegal and ordered an election this November. The other 3 council members who had already extended their terms beyond 2 years were found guilty of intruding in an elected office illegally. They were removed from the council. The legal actions by the Mission Viejo City Council benefited nobody except the city attorney and the other lawyers on the case. Since the city lost their case, we taxpayers have to pay the legal expenses for both sides. Brian Goodell and the rest of the city council squandered between $500,000 and $1 million of our money just to try to stay in office longer illegally. You can verify what I'm telling you in the public records of the city of Mission Viejo and in the Superior Court for the state of California. And this is not partisan. I would be more upset with Mr. Goodell if he were in my party. I mean, after all, he would be damaging not only the city, but also my party. As it is, the news media have picked up this story, and the image of Mission Viejo has been smeared all across our country by Brian Goodell and his fellow lawbreakers. So, you, the honest, law-abiding citizens of Mission Viejo, District 2, you can't possibly support this law-breaking, money-wasting city council member, Brian Goodell. But here's the good news. You can vote for me. I don't break the laws. When I'm done my term, I will politely leave office. I've served for 40 years before retiring in the public schools, from teacher aide all the way up to county superintendent. I support a woman's right to make her own health decisions, safer schools, affordable housing, and revealing all the secret relationships between city council members and the people doing business with the city. So, there you have it, the bad news and the good news. Whatever you decide, make sure you vote. You've probably already received your ballot by mail, so you can vote right now. And again, thank you so much for watching this video.